Hey everyone, Alan Walker here. I want to talk today about traditional real estate lead gen and how voice AI can help you 10x your leads. So, in traditional real estate lead gen, now this could be as a wholesaler, this could be as a flipper, this could be as an agent, this could be as an investor. I mean, we're all doing essentially the same thing, and that is we are answering inbound calls and texts. We're sending out postcards. We're doing email campaigns. We're doing ad campaigns, landing pages. We're doing outbound calls, outbound texts. Maybe we're driving for dollars. We're calling FISBOs. We're getting curated dialing lists and we're calling those, right? Like we're all doing roughly the same thing. But here's the biggest problem with that. The biggest problem that we have is speed to lead. So what that means is we all know how important it is to actually contact that lead the moment they're ready to talk to you, right? How many times have we done like Facebook ads and we get these leads at like 3 a.m. and then we can't get a hold of them next day because they're probably sleeping because they were up at 3 a.m. So speed to lead is one of the most important factors that you can consider when it comes to your lead gen. Here's some stats. You're 7 times more likely to qualify the lead when you reach out within an hour. So that sounds great, except you're 21 times more effective in qualifying a lead if you reach out within 5 minutes, right? Now that's tricky. 5 minutes to reach out to a lead. That's hard unless you're paying someone to be by the phone at all times to actually call that person back, right? You're 10 times less likely to have leads respond if your outreach takes more than 5 minutes. So we know that that 5 minute window is the most important thing when it comes to leads, right? We want to be able to talk to them the moment they want to talk. Now, a lot of us are using VAs as callers, right? So like we're paying people, either they're local or they're not, but we're paying people to pick up the phone when it calls and talk to somebody, or we're paying people to call somebody and find out if they're interested in doing something in real estate. So the problems with that is that we've got to pay those people, right? And so we've got to pay those people. We've got to hire those people. We have to fire those people sometimes. We have to train those people. I actually ran a real estate team and I got up to about 7 people in 2021. And I started dismantling it because I realized like I don't want to deal with all of the people problems that you have to deal with when you're running a team, right? So I started thinking of how can I actually use technology to get the same or better result and not have to manage and pay all these people. So the biggest struggle is that we are limited and in terms of human capacity. A human can only make so many calls a day. And so if you want to 2x, 3x, 10x your lead gen, you've got to 2x, 3x, 10x the amount of people that are calling, right? And that's a real problem because like that's a lot of upfront costs. We don't know if anything's going to come of it. And so the biggest issue we have is that labor cost. And so 80% of wholesalers that are doing at least one deal a month are spending 3K or more on some kind of labor to make phone calls, right? Especially like wholesaling companies, flippers, like they're making tons of phone calls because they're trying to find people that are interested in selling their house. And so they're spending a lot of money every month. I'm not talking about postcards, I'm not talking about ad campaigns. I'm talking strictly like the labor to have people calling constantly. That's what they're spending right now. So this is kind of how the old way of doing lead gen is when it comes to making outbound calls or texts. So typically there, and I actually rounded down here. So like I put 2,000 a month as the amount that you're paying just for the VAs. And then on top of that, you've also got to have 3 line dialers that you have to pay for in order for these VAs to make all these calls, right? So if you add together the labor costs and the dialer cost, you're looking at about $2,300 a month. So if you span that out across a year, it's $27,576 in 1 year just for 2 VAs and the subscription to actually do the dialing, right? Now, if you're looking at it using AI, it's a very different story because AI can scale without causing any additional labor costs, right? AI can make up to 10,000 calls in an hour. It can have up to 100 conversations at the same time. So these are things, this is fundamentally different than paying VAs VAs to go out and make calls for you. And so with the software that I'm going to be coming out with, the monthly subscription is $7.99. There's a one-time training fee, and then you just pay for minutes. So as you see, like if you take that across an entire year, you're at 14,485. And if you want to scale your calls 10x, all you have to do is pay for the additional minutes. That's it. So you're able to manage your costs much better, and you're able to scale your lead gen way bigger than you could have done it if you're using humans. So if we look at the costs of traditional calling versus AI performance, you are saving $13,000 a year. And that was conservative, right? Because I just put 2,000 for the VAs. So that's 48% of the cost of traditional calling can be achieved by using AI calling. So stay posted. I'm going to constantly be posting out new stuff about this. I've got some great things on the horizon, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.